Cambridge International AS and A level. Mathematics, paper 2, pure mathematics 2. Answer all questions. You must show all necessary working clearly. The total mark for this paper is 50. Question 1, the polynomial 2x cubed plus ax squared minus ax minus 12. And they want you to find the value of a. And you also do part B. When a has this value, find the remainder when p of x is divided by x plus 3. So we have p of x is 2x cubed plus ax squared minus ax minus 12. Substitute x equals to minus 1. So we put x is minus 1, put minus 1, and that should be equals to 0 because they say it is a factor. If it's a factor, it's equals to 0. Now we can simplify it. Minus 1 cubed times 2, that gives us that. Minus 1 squared times a will give us a. And you have a plus a will gives you 2a. Minus 2 minus 12 will give you minus 14. So 14 goes to the right-hand side. And 2a equals to 14. So that gives a to be equals to 7. Part B, when a has this value, find the remainder when p of x is divided by x plus 3. So we know a is 7. So we substitute a to be 7 and substitute a to be 7. And when you divide by x plus 3, that means you substitute x equals to minus 3 and you evaluate the expression. So putting x is minus 3, and we use your calculator, you evaluate it, you will get 18. So the remainder when p of x is divided by x plus 3 is 18. Question number 2. Solve the equation 3 sine 2 theta tan theta equals to 2 between 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Use sine 2 theta is equals to 2 sine theta cos theta. So we replace sine 2 theta with 2 sine theta cos theta. Replace tan theta with sine theta over cos theta. Cos theta and cos theta would cancel. And you're left with sine theta times sine theta. It gives you sine squared theta. So 3 times 2, it gives you 6. So 6 sine squared theta equals to 2. 6 goes to the right-hand side, it's divided by 6. And the square goes to this right-hand side is square root. So sine theta is plus or minus root 3 over 3 or minus root 3 over 3. In your calculator, inverse sine of that, it gives you 35.3 degrees. And inverse sine of that, it gives you minus 35.264. So between 0 and 180 degrees, you will have 35.3 degrees. And then you will have 144.7 degrees. And if you put it in your calculator and sketch the function, you would have two answers. One answer there, 144.7 degrees, and the other one there, 35.3 degrees. So when you plot it in the calculator, in the graphics calculator, y equals to sine x and y equals to root 3 over 3, you would find where they meet at those 2 points. And that's one of the answer, 35.3. And they also meet the 144.7. And that's the view window, the scale you put in it. so that you can see it clearly. Question number 3. It is given that A is a positive constant. Sketch on a single diagram the graph of this function. State the coordinates of each of the points where each graph meets the x-axis, and then solve the inequality. So we can assume that A is equals to 1. And when you use your graphics calculator, you get the red graph and you get the blue graph. And this point there is 0, 3a. And this point there minus 2a, 0. And this point 3, 2, 0. And on the view window, that's what you put on your view window. And this point is 0, 4. So if you assume a is equals to 1, so you plot 2x minus 3. And you plot 2x plus 4. And that would give you where it crosses the y-axis there, where it crosses the x-axis there, that point there, and where it crosses the y-axis there. State the coordinates of each of the points where each graph meets the axis. So it meets at minus 2a, 0, 3 over 2a, 0, 0, 4a, that's for the y-axis, and 0, 3a, that's for the y-axis. Part B, solve the inequality. To solve this inequality, we square 2x minus 3a squared and 2x plus 4a squared, expand it, and simplify the expression. So 2x minus 3a times 2x minus 3a, 2x plus 4a times 2x plus 4a. And when you expand this, following those expansion method, you will get this expression here. Now you have to be very, very careful so that you don't make mistake. 4x squared minus 4x squared would be 0, so that would disappear. Minus 6 minus 6 will be minus 12. And then you have 9a squared. And then 8 plus 8 is 16. That gives 16ax plus 16a squared. Now you take 9a squared to the right-hand side, it becomes minus 9a squared. And 16ax comes to the left, it becomes minus 16ax. So that gives you minus 28ax is equals to 7a squared. We divide by minus 28a. Minus 28a goes to the right. And then when you divide by a negative, you change the sign. The sign changed from less than to greater than, because we are dividing by a negative. So when you divide by minus, the sign changes from less than to greater than. And when you simplify, 7 divided by 7 is 1, 28 divided by 7 is 4. You get minus 1 over 4. So x is greater than minus 1 over 4a. Solve the equation 5 to the power 2x plus 5 to the x equals to 12, giving your answer correct to 3 significant figures. And then part B as well. It is given that ln y plus 5 minus ln y equals to 2 ln x. Express y in terms of x in a form not involving logarithms. We can write 5 to the power x squared. So 5 to the power x, we can let that be equals to x. So 5 to the 2x is 5 to the x all squared, because x times 2 there. So 5 to the x is x squared plus x minus 12 equals to 0. If we factorize this, we will get x to be equals to 3 and x to be equals to minus 4. So replace x with 5 to the x. For 5 to the x equals to 3, or 5 to the x equals to minus 4. To solve this, we use ln or natural logs. Ln 5 to the power x equals to ln 3. The x comes to the front, power to the front log. It becomes x ln 5 equals to ln 3. And you take ln 5 to the right hand side, becomes divided by ln 5. So x is 0.683 to 3 significant figures. If we, on the right hand side, 5 to the x equals to minus 4, if you put ln 5 to the x ln minus 4, you find ln of a negative number is not possible. So you cannot solve this side. So we only have that one answer. So we want to express y in terms of x. So to make y the subject. So we're using the laws of log. We're using this second law of log. I've underlined it there. Going to use that second law of log. So ln y plus 5 divided by y. So be ln y plus 5 divided by y is equals to ln x squared. Power to the front, we're using this law there. To take the 2 to the front there, it becomes x squared. So now the ln and the ln in front can cancel out. We're left with y plus 5 over y is equals to x squared. Take y to the right side, becomes times. So y plus 5 is equals to x squared y. Collect like terms. Plus y goes to the right side, it becomes minus y. So x squared y minus y, and then we factorize. Y is common, y is common. So we take y out of the bracket, we're left with x squared, and we're left with 1. And then after that, to get y on its own, we divide by x squared minus 1. So y is equals to 5 divided by x squared minus 1.